Hi there, my name's Eric. I've spent approximately the last year designing and building an espresso grinder. Why would I do this? Definitely not to save money or time. I wanted to learn some important mechanical design and machining skills, and of course, make a damn good cup of coffee. So here's my project. Okay, so main features of the coffee grinder. I've got an on-off switch up here, speed control, we've got grind size adjustment, and grind size adjustment strip here, and a grounds cup for catching the grounds. It's powered by a 120 volt wall plug. So these are the burr set that I found. So inner burr, outer burr, both stainless steel. They are I believe it's a 49 millimeter diameter inner burr, and therefore a generally sort of cafe grade espresso grinders. This is a 12 volt windshield wiper motor that I found online. Fairly inexpensive and high torque motor that has a built-in gearbox. The other reason why I chose conical burrs over flat burrs is because conical burrs are able to grind at a lower speed, and I wanted this grinder to be as quiet as possible. And so conical burrs don't rely on centripetal force to eject the grounds out of the bottom, so you can grind quite slowly, and I figured this would give me a quieter operating grinder. So the theory for adjusting grind size is, for these burrs, is essentially the grind size is determined by the vertical spacing of these. So you can see that the larger the gap between these two, the larger the grounds will be. So the design challenge here was to find a way to control this distance very precisely without letting this burr or this burr sort of wobble. Then of course you have to supply power to rotate the inner burr. The way that I figured this out was I found a hand grinder, and I was able to measure the torque needed to grind espresso grounds with this hand grinder. And the hand grinder had a smaller inner burr, so I measured the two diameters and was able to make an approximation of what I expected the grinder torque to be based on the different diameters of the burrs. These grinders are supposed to have, these windshield wiper motors are supposed to have somewhere upwards of 4 Newton meters of torque, and so I figured that this would be sufficient torque for this grinder, and this using this burr size. So the outer burr is mounted into this sub-assembly that's composed of this aluminum jacket and this threaded plastic component. So all of these parts then sit inside of this bracket, which attaches to the main frame. So you see the springs inside mean that it's basically a zero backlash system. So now the adjustability comes in with this ring component here. These mating threads connect so that actually when this is adjusted in this direction, the top surface of this will push down. So this is made of two components, a Delrin part press fit with a 3D printed part on the outside. And machining this Delrin part was actually kind of tricky due to the internal threading here. So I had a previous design that looked like this, which didn't work out so well. Ended up flying off the lathe, and I had to redesign the part to fit into the jaws of a 3-chuck lathe to prevent the part from flying off. So the inner burr here is sits on a shaft and has a keyway already on it. So I machined this stainless steel shaft to fit nicely onto around this inner burr. Now my first design used a bracket that actually had a PTFE bushing, and the idea was to use the sort of low friction bushing to allow it to spin. Unfortunately, this led to a lot of wear, and the PTFE part was really difficult to machine, and so it was never perfectly flat. So I redesigned this part to use a combined radial axial load bearing mounted in this part with a set screw. So I designed this bracket specifically to with these holes in it, such that as the grounds fall down from above, to try to minimize the amount of grounds that would build up on the bracket. So some amount of grounds does accumulate here, which is the downside of this design that has 2 points of contact rather than a cantilevered system. So the back frame of the grinder provides a place for the motor to mount onto the back like this. It basically holds all the components in a way that aligns them. So have this bracket up here, which is already attached. This holds the top of the shaft. Then we have these slots here and here. This slot holds this constraining bracket, which pushes down onto this component and allows you to adjust the grind size. So with the motor mounted on the back like this, I needed a way to transmit the torque from here down into the shaft, which comes out through here. So the way that I've done that is using a couple of miter gears that meet at a 90-degree angle here. And so my first design used just a basically an extending shaft here that just slipped onto the motor and transmitted torque. When I first started testing and grinding beans, I realized that the grinder was stalling and that there wasn't actually enough motor torque. So what I ended up doing was redesigning or designing a 4-to-1 gear reducer to fit into the same space. So this gear reducer, the input connects to the motor shaft, and it has some gears on the inside that then reduce the speed and increase the torque. Because this was a learning project, I wanted to wrap up on some good design lessons that I learned the hard way. If I were to do this project again, I'd put more initial work into defining the requirements around torque needed to grind the beans. A bit of work up front could have saved me a lot of time redesigning components. I also could have designed the grinder around cost-effective components. Bulky raw materials and all the gears and bearings were not cheap. I would also simplify the design of the torque transmission. All the different gear interactions represent weak points where it's likely to wear down and eventually fail. At the end of the day, I'm pretty happy with the results. I learned a ton about mechanical design and machining, and I have a nice souvenir that I get to use every morning.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.